What's going on, my tapped out auto fam? It's supposed to be warm today. Right now it's only, I think it's 34 degrees, but it's supposed to be like 58 by noon, hopefully. Anyways, making this video and stuff like that, I posted that I want to know, I would like to know some history about the car. Just basically how it was wrecked and why those four holes were in the hatch. Stupid stuff like that. And um, I got a call yesterday from a gentleman. He did not want his name said. He just told me that the family was upset. They thought the car was crushed, and they never thought that that car was going to be back on the road, and they're quite upset about it. And evidently, the two people's names that I found in the car um, are deceased. Now, the dad of the car, as far as I know, was deceased last year. As far as the son, I don't know if he died in the accident or what. The guy did not specifically say. As hard as that car was wrecked, there could have somebody that could have died in it. There's no like blood evidence or anything like that, but somebody could have cleaned it real good. So there could have been somebody that could have died in it, especially on that passenger side where it was wrecked. But I did have to make an apology to the family and stuff like that because I didn't know. But this gentleman said they were quite, upset that that the car made it back on the road, which is weird to me. It's like it's not the car's fault whatever happened. So, very, I guess, very tragic news and stuff like that. I asked the guy and everything if he knows about the wreck, and he says he does and everything, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to elaborate it on at all. I'm hoping this guy is telling me the truth and stuff like that, but I did um, message the guy, the kid and stuff that was on there that had a school pass. I did message him, sent him all the videos and everything through the phone number that somebody provided me. Nothing, never received one thing. He did have I don't know if it was the son or the dad, but I don't know, guys, and stuff like that. I don't know if there was more than one person in that car and somebody died. I do know that there is somebody that has that name that lives in that town, and they have a Facebook. They're like 46 years old, but they haven't been on that Facebook since like 2016. So I don't know if they died because of the injuries of that car or if they died during the accident of that car. I have no idea. But I sent the phone number, all the videos and information, and I sent the YouTube Messenger, not YouTube Messenger, the Facebook Messenger, all the videos and information I had, and never got nothing. And right after I did that is when this gentleman called me. It was like well, it was the next morning actually, when the gentleman called me and through Messenger, and he was really nervous. Evidently, the gentleman that owned the car, that bought the car brand new, that it was a specially ordered car, two people and stuff like that, talked to me about the car. Evidently, this one girl dated the gentleman back when he bought this car, and she remembers him ordering it and how he had to wait, and pretty much everything I said, guys, was true. He, she's told me though that he ordered the car in '86. but he ordered so many specialty parts on it. He wanted the Chevy 350 motor, and they said that the motor doesn't come out till 87, which makes sense. That's what everybody tells me. And that the Camaros did not come out with the 350 engines until 87. And then she did tell me that he had to wait an entire year for all the upgrades and stuff like that, and how he was really upset that he had to wait almost an entire year for this car to get built. And she said he didn't take delivery of it until she thinks sometime around November, December of 86. Like I say, I'm really hoping these people right here are telling me the truth. Like I said, guys, in the previous videos, the guy that called me and started telling me about this house, I'm still not quite sure if he was telling me the truth. His story seemed very believable, but you know, just certain things don't add up. Now, he didn't mind me recording him and stuff like that, talking about this house. But the gentleman that talked to me, I didn't even think about recording when I was talking to the girl. But the gentleman and stuff like that talked to me and stuff absolutely did not want to be recorded. Evidently, he checked me out and stuff like that before he called me and found out that I was a YouTuber and stuff like that, and absolutely just on the recording. And yes, guys, if these people say that they don't want to be recorded, you can't record them. Yeah, I can't. You know, it's you just can't. It's illegal. They actually can sue you. I mean, I could probably put his voice on here and stuff like that, but I don't know this guy. I don't know if he's rich or anything like that, and I'm poor, so I don't want the drama. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know any more about that car than evidently the family is upset that that the car is back on the road and everything. They own a potato farm. I basically, you know, the guy did ask me if the car was for sale, and I told him, well, I'm guys, on a third gen Camaro. I never woke up one morning and said, I'm gonna go get me a third gen. Never. These cars were actually cursed to me when I was about 12 years old. I had one gift to me. I think it was an 82 Baronetta. And, yeah. And ever since then, I've owned quite a few third gens. At least somewhere, I would say probably somewhere about 10 to 15 third gens. Yeah. The one in the garage is actually one of the nicer ones that I've had, even though it was wrecked. Now the car was, to me, wasn't totaled. It was now Carfax has nothing on the car at all, at least the last time I checked. And it didn't even say in the Carfax how it got totaled or anything. And my girlfriend's dad bought it at an insurance auction. But there's no records or anything, police reports or anything attached to that VIN number of any wreck. One thing the guy did ask me that was really confusing was he asked me if it had bullet holes in the car. I don't remember. Now, when we restored that car for the very first time, I don't remember any bullet holes being in the panels of that car on the passenger side. But, you know, I never really looked neither. I did not find any type of evidence that, you know, being on the car. The wreck, though, has me very confused. I just watched a video the other day, and, you know, posted it on my YouTube channel. Again, I guess so people, you know, be refreshed on how far that car's came. Very confused about the wreck. Now, guys, I've been around cars all my life. Seen several wrecks. Now, I've not been into a lot of wrecks in my life. Been into a couple, but not a lot. And but I have known people that have slammed their cars into the side of guardrails. I've known people that have hit concrete barriers. I know people that have slid off the road and hit ditches. I've seen a lot of side impact collisions in vehicles. This one's got me stumped. There was no wood chips anywhere on the car that I remember. Like it hit a tree and, scraped down the side of it. I didn't see any dirt like that was piked into the fender like it hit, a ditch. Nothing. Like nothing about that. Nothing that it looked like it hit. I mean, it was a pretty gnarly crash. But there was no paint transfer. Nowhere on that car. Like, I even looked at the video real closely and stuff like that. I don't remember any paint transfer from another vehicle being on that car or anything. It actually looked like, and stuff like that, that it was two wrecks. It looks like the fender and the door was wrecked separately from the quarter panel. And as that guy was saying, is there any bullet holes in the car? Well, looking at that video again, it actually does look like maybe the back quarter panel was pit maneuvered. Because from the back quarter panel where the taillight was to the door, there was no damage in that spot. None. No damage. I never fixed anything on that spot. No damage. The only damage was in front of the door to the front nose. And then the very back part, like, that much of it to the taillight. Maybe it was pit maneuvered. I mean, you take a big ass Crown Vic or something like that and you hit the back end of that car doing, 80 mile an hour. It could put a dent that big in that back of that car without a problem. But again, no paint transfer. Like, don't see any place where something like that would happen. And then what would the front end and the door would hit? I don't know. I know that it was a hard crash. But it was more like not a crash that somebody kept hitting something. It was more like that was it. Because nothing like the core support, the where the doors bolt up and stuff like that, none of the A-pillar, none of that stuff was bent. None of the floors buckled. The shock tower, none of that was buckled. None of the door hinges were buckled. None of it. None of where the latch, where you shut the door and the latch, that's got the, where the latch goes into the, striker. That wasn't bent, nothing like that. The only thing that was actually significantly bad was the rear quarter panel where the tail light bolts in together. If y'all guys remember, that was smashed in quite a bit, but not the rear bumper, because the rear bumper we're using, and the bumper cover. So just like the top part, like, something pit maneuvered the back end and spun it around. So yeah, and then, really curious of what them 4 holes are. Guys, that would have to be a significantly large spoiler that somebody would have had to put on the back of that car for them holes to be there. I mean, them 4 holes are right on the edge of that hatch. And I know my girlfriend's dad told me that there was a rear louvers on that car. But it's not a rear louver car. But there's no place on that car where it shows me that there was rear louvers on it. Like, there's no marks on the top where the top hinges go. There is, on where those 4 holes are on the bottom. I have looked at 3rd gen back window louvers. There was no reason for them holes to be there for that. None. No reason at all for them holes to be right there. What were them holes for? Um, it's got, like I said, guys, it's got a factory bumper hitch on it, stuff like that. Now, the guy did tell me that he did remember that the one thing with that car is the guy did drive it a lot back and forth to Florida. Um, that's one thing he told me. So I'm thinking of stuff that he must have had like maybe a little 3 foot by 3 foot little trailer in the back, because the car never had no wiring, harness hooked to it for trailer lights. It only had the bumper hitch. That, mind you, is factory. It's a factory ordered bumper hitch. Um, and I've never seen a Camaro with another one. I've never seen a Camaro with a factory bumper hitch. Never. Uh, and you could tell that this damn thing was never taken off since factory. It was sold with a bumper hitch on it. And so he thinks that right there was ordered, because I was trying to ask him questions about this car and stuff, even though he was kept telling me no, 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 no. Already, first thing I asked him was about the wreck, and that was no. Then I asked him about the 4 holes, and he told me he didn't know nothing about that. I said, well, one thing that was strange about me is I never seen a Camaro with a bumper hitch. And that's when he told me, well, the guy did take a lot of trips to Florida and stuff like that. Probably had a little trailer and stuff, but he put his stuff back because we all know the luggage compartment of a Camaro ain't shit. Couple big suitcases you can't even put back there. You might can put one suitcase back there in a duffel bag. That's about it. And depending on what this guy's business was, he was a potato farmer. So who knows what he was doing in Florida? Maybe he was taking potatoes down there. Who the hell knows? So that's how I'm more than positive that's how that car got so many miles on it. Is that was this guy's cruising car. This was a car that this guy bought. Probably wasn't thinking of the luggage capacity and stuff like that. He specially ordered it. Had, lots of money, owns a potato farm. Everything to the moon on this car. And drove it back and forth to Florida for, 8 to 12 years. Well, he told me and stuff like that the car, I asked him and stuff like that if he can at least tell me and stuff what year, this car was actually wrecked and stuff like that, or, what all that happened and stuff. And he told me and stuff that it happened around 1996, which probably, I would say, he said the end of 95, the beginning of 96 is what he told me. Which sounds right. It got wrecked in 95 or 96. The insurance, it's not, I didn't see anywhere. I don't have a salvage title or nothing like that. And there's no reports of the wreck or anything, but it was insurance claimed, which is weird. And it was sold at a insurance auction, and that's where it was bought at. But the guy told me and stuff like that that he didn't, he was actually very emotional about this, and I remember the last thing he told me and stuff like that he will talk to the family and see if they will be interested in purchasing the car. And I said, well, why do you think, why would they want the car? Do they want the car because that was their dad's car or whoever's car, and they want to treasure it, stuff like that? And the guy literally told me, he says, no, they probably want to take it off the road. And it's like, well, I'm not going to sell it to them if they want to do that. Well, that depends. Money talks and bullshit walks, guys. I'm sorry. And if they offer me enough money for that car, and I get what I actually want out of the deal and stuff like that, it's sad. I'll try to ask them out of the drivetrain, but if their wishes are that they want that car crushed and they're willing to pay me and stuff like that what I want for the car, crush away. It sucks, but stuff, I'm broke. I've been trying to make money up here, guys, trying to get y'all better content. It is just absolutely retarded. I talked to some people the other day that was getting their front wheel bearings done on their F350. Now, I don't know what year F350 this is, but to do front wheel bearings on a F350 is, I would say, messy and kind of a pain in the ass. You know, them front spindles are really heavy. And they're telling me, oh, this guy did them for $200. A side? No, both sides. So this guy took off two front 3/4 ton tires, two 3/4 ton, or maybe 1 ton, being an F350. No, I think F350 is a 3/4 ton. Yep, 3/4 ton. Two F3/4 ton brake calipers, two 3/4 ton brake caliper brackets, and then took off the 40-pound 3/4 ton spindles, pounded the races out, cleaned everything up, put new bearings and races in, put all both sides back together for $200. I guarantee you the damn races wasn't replaced. I'd be surprised if fucking one of the wheel bearings did not get replaced. That is cheap. I do jobs cheap. I do. But you ain't not getting me to do shit like that cheap. And if that's what these guys are doing, and if they are doing good work for that, all power to them. I'm not going to do it. That's way too much of a reliability right there for $200. Way too much. Way too much for $200. I might do it for $150, $200 a side, depending how everything comes apart. But sure as hell ain't doing the whole job for $200. No. So, yeah. And then, you get jobs like that one that I just told y'all about that Dodge. The guy completely wired that damn brake controller switch completely wrong. And like I said, it says on the damn wire where the wires go. White is ground, black is power, green goes to the trailer brake, and the blue with the white stripe goes to the brake light signal. Fucked it all up. So, I'm trying, guys. I am, but I can't. There's no way in hell that I'm doing a job like that for $200. And the guy that put in that brake controller made $100 and fucked everything up. I just can't be that guy. I just can't, guys. Hooking up a brake controller, especially on a truck that easy, $30. I mean, it's literally going to take you the time to screw up a bracket onto the dash, hook in 4 connectors onto the wires, plug it in, bolt it up, and that's literally it. Like, if it takes you longer than 30 minutes, and I'm being conservative, if it takes you longer than 30 minutes to hook up a brake controller in one of them trucks, then you don't need to be working on cars. You don't. Sorry. Especially one of them damn trucks. Now, if you got to run, the blue wire to the back and, do all that shit and stuff like that, should take an hour. About an hour. So, $50 to $60. Don't charge them parts or anything else like that. The wire and the connectors and the just overall running the damn wire from the back all the way to the front. Hopefully the connector that you have in the back has a trailer brake wire, so you don't have to do all that shit. But yeah. So, really trying, guys. And parts suck. I have bought, I bought a horn for that little Toyota y'all seen on the channel. and horn didn't work, so went and took it back, and the second horn doesn't work. So that's another reason why I will not fix shit that cheap, because if you are a good mechanic and stuff like that, then if the people call you up and say, hey, this noise has happened again, it ain't your fault, the part shit out, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to take and tell them people to get bent? Or are you going to do a job again, probably have to only charge them like half the labor or no labor, and get the part exchanged? Depends how much of a good mechanic you are. I mean, I know it ain't your fault at the part, but it's just like a mechanic shop. If you get your car fixed at a mechanic shop, they put a part on your vehicle that fails. It ain't your fault that it fails. So the mechanic shop has to warranty work that job. So that means a lot of the times and stuff that the damn technician either doesn't get paid again or only gets paid half the money for the job. Yeah. So it is looking nice out here. So I'm gonna watch the rest of Junkyard Digs here on that 60s luxury car that he gets uploaded. Man, that thing is clean for $800. And yeah, we're gonna try to figure out something and stuff like that this year, guys. But I'm trying. I am really, really trying, and the cars that I have worked on, the people are very happy. But like I said, I just had a guy the other day just asked me how much I would do a complete front end job on a 2003 Chevy Silverado. So it'd be the same front end as the truck that I have. He wants upper and lower ball joints. Now, on them trucks, the upper and lower ball joints, you have to press out and press new ones in. That's a bigger expense. The 2007 and newer, you have to actually take the whole upper control arm out and replace it. Or A-arm, sorry. But so both ball joints, he wanted in and outer tie rods done. Everything. I mean, he wanted the idler arm done, the pitman arm done, the drag length. He wanted every single thing on the front of that truck done perfect. Well, guys, that's a 2003, and we're in the Rust Belt. I told him, you buy the parts. He says he's already got the parts. Awesome. I said, that's going to be quite a job. And he said he probably wants wheel bearings done too, as this job is getting progressed. So I was like, I know that people and stuff like that, I know you got estimates and shit like that. Let me help you out and stuff like that. And just tell me, what is your cheapest estimate you got? He took a screenshot of it and sent it to me, and it was like $2,800 for labor. $2,800 to do, and that's not it. That's labor to do the front end on a '03 Chevy Silverado up here. He says that's about what everybody has. What? What the hell are they doing for $2,800? I said, listen, man. I'll do everything for $500. And let's go ahead and do the wheel bearings too. The wheel bearings ain't that much more. Brakes also. Rotors also. It ain't going to cost you no more than $200 or $300 more than parts. You might as well go ahead and do it, and you'll have a complete brand new front end on this truck all the way down to the brake pads. He was like, well, let me give you a call back. Didn't hear from him. Well, I messaged him and stuff like that, asked him and stuff about the front end. Oh, I found somebody that wanted to do it for $300. And you gonna allow somebody to... Every mechanic shop told you that they wanted $2,800 to do this job. I told you I would do it for $500. But then you want somebody to do it for $3. That's $2,500 less than these mechanic shops around here. And you gonna let this man work on your car? I know that I am, $2,300 less. But I record my work, I put it on my YouTube channel, and if you had a problem, either I refix your shit or you take me to court because I gave you a video. What the hell? So, yeah, guys, it's just being very I don't know. And the thing with the Camaro, again, I apologize, did not know. And I'm pretty positive and stuff like that. That guy wasn't full of shit because I put that video, that posting and stuff like that, on the overheard sites and sent it to the families and shit like that. And it's been almost 3 hours, and none of them in the family has messaged me back or anything. So I'm guessing that's what it was, guys. So evidently something tragic happened in that Camaro. I don't know what it was. There was no blood in that car. I mean, it's saddle tan interior or whatever the hell it is, saddle bag interior or whatever the hell it is. Or Euro interior. People have told me like 3 or 4 different names of which everybody called that interior. I remember they said it was saddlebag interior. Was one upholstery shop and stuff told me because I was originally going to take the seats and have them rejuvenated, but not for no $300 damn dollars. So I rejuvenated that myself with lots of conditioner and some leather softener, and then covered them up with the seat covers. Still got one we got to do. But yeah, I mean, screw that. And then another person told me that it was Euro interior, something that they put in. I don't know. Anymore, it sounds like people would rather tell you more bullshit than truth. I'm trying to be on here telling y'all guys the truth, so I'm literally telling you what these people tell me. When I get on here and I talk to you guys, I am not on here bullshitting you guys. I'm on here telling you the truth. That's what this guy said. That's what that guy said. Don't call me a liar. Tell me the truth. Explain to me the truth so I can understand it. And we can all learn. Alright, you calling this guy a liar. Prove that he's lying. Prove to me he's lying. You prove to me he's a liar? Okay, fuck him. He's a liar. How you doing? Teach me something. I'm 48 years old and I love to learn. That's why I want to know so much about that car. Want to know why it was wrecked. Why it had so many miles on it. Why the holes were in the hatch. Why the hell's it got a bumper hitch on it? I guess I got a little bit of a truth why the bumper hitch was on there. I kind of do believe with that, The guy bought the car up here and stuff like that, drove it back and forth to Florida a lot and stuff, and had a little trailer on the back. I can believe that, As far as the family and stuff like that wants that car crushed, don't want that car ever being on the road. Mad as hell that I posted it on the overheard sites and stuff like that about the car and stuff. The only thing that makes me believe this guy was he told me that the guy loves to drink Bud Dry and smoke Marlboro cigarettes. Well, that's just a coincidence because I found a Marlboro cigarette lighter in that car and I found a Bud Dry, if y'all remember that shit. I don't even know if they even sell that shit anymore. A Bud Dry beer bottle cap. Yeah. And I think I found another beer bottle cap in that car too. I have to look. I know I posted on my video about it. Let me look. Alright. Found the video. Huh.
But I looked up underneath the seat.
But look at here.
Found this old Budweiser cap.
That guy told me Bud Dry. So that's why I looked.
That is actually from 1987. So this dime was probably lost in this car the year that it was bought.
But I did not find the Bud Dry in this picture. This Marlboro lighter is what was underneath the seat. Marlboro. That's what was underneath the seat. Well, that's an old one, ain't it, guys? Doesn't work no more. Oh, remember that? We had a push up. But yeah, that was in there. And I thought I had the Bud Dry um, cap with it. Because I thought, damn, I hadn't seen Bud Dry in a while. I thought that I had it on that video, but it wasn't. It was the Budweiser cap that I found. I did not find that lighter and the Bud Dry cap until took all the interior out of it, stuff like that. The well, didn't take all the interior out of it. We took the back seats out of it and the two front seats and stuff to clean underneath it. And that's where we found that mouse house underneath the back passenger seat. And then I did not take the whole full interior out of it until just lately, this winter while we when we moved here. It needed to be cleaned. But yeah, the guy told me he drank Budweiser products and stuff like that, and smoked Marlboro cigarettes. Well, found a Marlboro lighter and Marlboro cigarette pack, Budweiser in there. But maybe that guy is telling me the truth. Like I said, I sent that post to everybody in the family and stuff like that, and there has not been a one of them got a hold of me or nothing like that. So I figured if it was a lie and stuff like that, they would be getting a hold of me and be like, hey, that wasn't true. But, they haven't. Man, I'm going to tell you guys that, look at this. A 102 views 4 years ago. I'm telling you guys, the views on that car suck. And I know it's not me and stuff like that, because everybody that I see that is not a big name YouTuber. Now, if you're a big name YouTuber, you get one time where the third gen Camaro gets to be, um, well, like Vice Grip Garage. Vice Grip Garage, I think, has got a little over 400,000 views, I think, on his third gen Camaro a few years ago. And everybody and stuff like that went out and bought a third gen Camaro for this. Now, I didn't. This car here was literally surprise. I did not go looking for this car at all. And I didn't even know that it was sitting in the garage until I was told. Um, but I see so many people on here trying to chase these big name YouTubers and don't. Um, because you're not going to get the same views they have with their cars. The Camaro is literally, I would say, the worst views that I have on my channel is of this car. Any of them. And I got some pretty BS videos on here. And they have way more views than this Camaro. Way more. Hell, I even got one. I just got a notification the other day that reached over 30,000 views. And another thing is, I don't know. I've done the same things to try to get my channel and stuff like that to get more revenue, more views that it does. Then I have this video that I made of Ryan Hall Y'all that's got almost 65,000 views on that, and it's just like, how the hell do I get these people to watch these other videos? I'm doing the same thing. I'm not doing nothing different. Nothing. But how the hell do I got videos that's got 30, 40, 50, 60, 65,000 views? Literally, guys. I'm not talking about a lot of my videos. I'm talking about under 10. It's got all these videos, all these views. And I can't get a damn one of my videos that are actually talking about, important shit or learning shit to get nothing. I mean, Budweiser Camaro, you would think that right there, people would be like, Budweiser Camaro, what does he mean by that? And you would think just, is it kind of clickbait? Kind of. But you would think people would be clicking on that just to see the Budweiser Camaro. And Nothing. 102 views. That's it. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm trying though. I'm really trying to get something done. Y'all guys just don't understand. I live in a place that these people were literally raised. I'm not kidding you. These people were literally raised here, even taught in school. Because, well, I can't say raised. They had to been taught this in school because everybody up here, everybody in northern Michigan that I know of and seen and everything living up here over 10 years, these people don't do shit with their lives. They do not do nothing with their lives. And the ones that do try to do something with their lives, it's amazing that everybody around them tries to destroy them, even their own family. For real. It's insane. I don't know if this is like this all over the United States or not, but it's insane, guys. I mean, if you literally talk to somebody about a business deal up here, they will completely lock up and just like brain dead. For real. And I try to do business with Southern Michigan, Detroit, Flint, all the way around there, because they're doing great things down there. They are doing great things. Hey, Detroit, Michigan, all with the things that y'all doing down there, I wish the hell they would do a 1% of that up here. Just a one. Because it would be great to have some place to take my granddaughter. Museum, park, anything. I actually posted this same thing on an overheard site saying, why don't we have none of this? And a gentleman literally got on there and said, we'd rather buy alcohol. For real. If you want me to prove it to you, I'll go look it up and I will post it. But yeah, he literally said that they'd rather buy alcohol up here than have any type of amusement. But we don't even have a fucking zoo. The closest zoo is like 200 miles. The hell? Alright, guys. Share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.